Hello, good afternoon, everyone. We're back with another. We're back with another opinions in the ozone. I'm your host and proprietor, Omar Bashan Evans Sr. Back with another one that I'd like to unpack. As always, I'm not going to be here forever because, in my humble opinion, you don't have to say 1,000 words to make one statement. Sometimes you do when you're dealing with the audience, but then once again, you have to understand your audience. You have to understand who and what you're dealing with. Today's discussion, and before I start, as always, I like to let everyone know that this is all-inclusive. You can jump in here whenever you want. You can leave whenever you want. You're human. If I say something, how the youngsters like to say, may trigger you, well, maybe it might need to. You might need to hear this. One thing about the truth is that the truth is just the truth. Whether it triggers you, sometimes it'll bother you, that doesn't negate it from being the truth. And what I'd like to speak on today is I'm noticing these days when you click on your social media, you'll see a lot of older people actually displaying pain, in my opinion, because they have a problem with change. And one thing about life, as you notice today, I'm wearing sleeves because everything changes. Weather, moods, relationships. It's a nice story to end with the person you brought to the party. Sometimes that's not the way it is. That person you was in love with in high school, get older, you might not even speak to them. They went on with their lives as you have. But change bothers people. More so these days than any time I can remember. I'm 52. To me, it's not logical to expect a person at 52 to be doing, associating, and providing the same things that they would have 30 years ago. And as I started to mention, you look on social media, you see Nicki Minaj at war with all the young girls nowadays. You see the Jim Joneses and the Dame Dashes of everybody. They're, I'd say, delusional, because life changes. And I believe, once again, this is opinions in the ozone, this is my opinion, change can be good or bad. There's no singular definition of change. The only constant in change is you can either get better or you can get worse. There's people that I know personally, that were in my circle personally. They got worse as they got older. Life happens. Finances, social circles, occupations. Life happens. I'm a firm believer that just be grateful for what you have, as opposed to worry about what you don't. And that's where a lot of people's problems come from these days. They're so focused on what they haven't achieved. They're so focused on what they don't have that they haven't had the opportunity to be grateful for what they do. You see out there in the universe, I want to touch on this real quick, then I'll move on. You actually get what you put out there. And I know some aren't going to want to hear this, but a lot of you are struggling because you deserve it. I can't say it any plainer. In life, you get what you deserve. If you spent your early years crossing people, conniving, lying, cheating, don't look at today and be like, I don't know why this is happening. You didn't think it was ever going to come back to you? Everything is a revolution. Life revolves and evolves. That female friend of mine's or yours, is life. If she's in her 50s today and she's sitting there wondering why has her life began to suck, if you were to take the time, be truthful with yourself and scratch the surface, look at your track record. If you ran around when in your prosperous times thinking you were better than everyone, talking about people, thought people's setbacks and things was funny, see how that happens? No, there's no saints here. But if you're the type of person that can't accept when someone is explaining to you that what you're doing bothers them, or if that guy can't accept constructive criticism, you're going to get what you deserve. I am, you are, that's everyone. I'm no saint here, but I welcome constructive criticism because you might see something in me that I don't. Hell, some years back, I was an alcoholic, drug addict. There wasn't nothing I wouldn't sniff. I was a convict, parolee, probationer. But you have to look at yourself. Because after a while, it comes to a point where you have to wonder, why is everyone saying this to me? There has to be something I have to change if I have 5 or 6 people that don't even know each other literally. They're all saying the same thing. The common denominator is you. And that's what people don't do anymore. I wish the best for everyone, especially the ones closest to me and in my personal space. But doggone it, I can't want better for you than you do. That's just not the real world. I choose to live in the real world. There has to be some type of change somewhere. True enough, you only go through hard times for a season, but even in the wintertime, you'll get a day that's warmer than the others. Even in the summertime, you'll get a 60-degree day at night. Every night ain't going to be sweltering. Every night's going to not be 80 degrees. Here and there, you'll get a night that's about 65-ish. We all have to look in the mirror, people. You just have to. Because no one knows you better than the Creator in you. A lot of people want change. A lot of people want blessings. You have to give the universe something to bless, man. If you can't handle the little bit of change, coins, a little bit of money you got now, you think the universe is going to bless you as a billionaire? Millionaire? Thousandaire? No. That's just like trying to hold sand in your hand. That's like trying to hold water in your hand. It's not going to stay there. We have this fixation these days that we'll want a lot of things that you actually don't even deserve. Your actions prove you don't deserve it. The way you talk and treat other people prove that you do not deserve it. That's just a life fact. Every day is not the same. Every person is not the same. But you get what you deserve. When you see that female that her past 5, 6 boyfriends have all been jerks, scratch the surface and check her out. First of all, the first thing she probably said is all men are the same. So therefore, she's bringing her mental baggage into the next relationship. Ma'am, is not going to change. Those 5, 6 guys don't know each other, but guess what they have in common? You, they know you. Maybe there was something wrong with you. You can't be holy and thou in words, but then be just like the people you talk about. Fellas, same thing. You have a problem with that woman that you're with, and women stay leaving you, women stay not believing you, women stay cheating on you. If there's 5, 6 different women, guess what? There's only one common denominator, you. I'm of the person who believes that when that woman, whatever happens in that relationship, it begins and ends with the man. If that relationship didn't work, it's your fault. You might have just chose the wrong person. How did BBD say? How did they say? Bell Biv DeVoe? Never trust a big button to smile. You might have went into that relationship the wrong way. And when are you destined for problems in that relationship, fellas? If you chose that woman for her body. See, I'm of this believer that if I'm cruising down Main Street in my Beamer, and this woman has one of the sexiest bodies you've ever seen, but she's walking and it's 95 degrees outside, I always wonder why is she walking. She's good to look at, but you mean to tell me she don't know any guys that'll give her a ride? She don't know anyone? I'll go farther than that. She doesn't have one cousin that'll take her to the store, huh? Either the problem is them or the problem's her. Either way, she's the common denominator. Fellas, same thing. Every woman you get's a piece of crap in your mind, you're the common denominator. I'll tell you something else I've seen. I've seen a woman be the worst thing ever happened to this guy, leave him, go over here and be a champion. At that point, I have to personally believe that it was him. A woman's only going to perform if she believes within herself that he's the guy. I know 15, 20-year relationships, and that woman treats that man like crap. But then I can roll right up and get treated like a champion. The problem's him. And that's something that we don't like to face these days. We don't like when we're not the right fit. Even in jobs, sometimes that's just not the right job for you. In relationships, sometimes that's just not the right person for you. You and this guy here can go here to this bar and he can knock him back all night long. You get you 2 shots and you're ripped. That's just not the thing for you. So what we have to start doing nowadays, people, men and women alike, we have to start realizing, comprehending, and understanding what's for us. Because if you don't understand what's best for you, someone else will decide for you. And the worst thing you can have in this life is somebody making decisions for you about your life. Because it's your life. You have to want it. And if you don't want it, guess what? You're not going to get it. So I want us to just love each other. Love ourselves first. You can't pour from an empty cup. Get your mind, body, and finances correct. And be the absolute very best version of yourself every day that you're graced with life. This is Omar Bashan Evans Sr. This is Opinions in the Ozone. I'll holler.